Now it's time for desktop discussions.
When people ask me, why do you talk about it at this stage in your life, since it's something that's been behind you for so long, I tell them simply, it's not who I am. It's what I did to become who I am. I tell people life has different experiences for us all, and our life experiences, the failures as well as the successes, makes us who we are. And if I were to put it in a phrase or in a caption, I would say that I'm a professional failure. I could also say that building and exploring my why came at many turns, and that's why I do the things that I do today. For example, being a substance abuser. There used to be a commercial that says, no one says, when I grow up, I want to be a substance abuser or a drug addict. And that was my life. From my mid-teens to my late, not 20s, but 30s, I was an active substance abuser, a functional addict. And many people, not everybody, but many people knew me because of that aspect of my life. And it's nothing to be proud of, but it's a part of who I am and who I became. But the bottom line is the underlying meaning. When people ask me, why do you talk about it at this stage in your life, since it's something that's been behind you for so long, I tell them simply, it's not who I am. It's what I did to become who I am. But I'm also a two-time cancer survivor, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. And sometimes you find that one thing leads to another, which leads to a deeper purpose. So, for example, my substance abuse, when I overcame that, purpose arrived on my front doorstep. And I realized that there was more to me than what met the eye at that time. And I began to find that maybe I should tell my story, share my story that could help and benefit many other people. But as a cancer survivor, not once but twice, my purpose became deeper. My passion became more meaningful in my eyes, because I knew that now there was really something to say and really something to share, and there were more people for me to reach. And when I think about it, the health challenges, they haven't stopped. Of course, the older you get, the more you're likely to have various health challenges, like being diagnosed with glaucoma. That is something that, I don't know, maybe I'm just too crazy to realize how close I've come at knocking on death's door. But recently I've had eye surgery because of my poor vision, which I didn't even realize. Now, they say there's life and death in the power of the tongue. And if you subscribe to it, that's exactly what will happen. But that works on both sides of the coin.
This episode is sponsored by our upcoming webinar, 5 Reasons Your Dreams Never See the Light of Day. It's a True Reality Enterprise Ventures, and we want you to get the information and the insight you really need. Look for the link in the description.
And I have decided that I'm not going to submit to any ailment or shortcoming or failure. I'm just going to admit it and keep on moving if that is what's needed. But because there is a mission and a calling on my life, I keep moving forward. I keep doing the things that I feel that are important to be done and that are needed to be done. But, I'm known for a lot of things, and in discovering or exploring or, understanding my why, there was this little thing called the 3 Ps of success. And as a business speaker, I discovered that also would be the thing that would also help launch what I do as a professional speaker. And I'm grateful to say that the 3 Ps turned into another program and another program. And eventually I became an author of 7 books. I've written in 4 genres. And I'm not saying these things to inspire you. Well, let me take that back. I am saying these things to inspire you, but I'm not saying them from a braggadocious perspective. I'm saying them because if I've done these things, again, what can you not do? And if I've discovered these things in me, what is there for you to discover in you? And yes, I am grateful that I can say these things with a reasonably strong body and a reasonably sound mind, because not too many people can still do that. And I'm doing it with a clear conscience, and I'm doing it because I'm still excited and passionate about all of the things that I do, not some of the things, but literally all of the things that I do and all of the things that I am capable of doing. But I'm also known for a phrase called radiate the brain and change the game. Sometimes part of it, radiate the brain, and sometimes just change the game. But if you hear hashtag or read hashtag radiate the brain, you know that's me, and that's part of my brand. In addition to the 3 P's of success, radiate the brain and change the game, there's a lot of other things that I've done that people have come to know me for, and the right mindset is all you need. And I truly believe that mindset is the thing that we can follow for our own purpose in our own lives to take us where we need to go. And since that place should be a good place, that should be something that not only leads us, but that should also be something that leads other people. So I say all these things about what I'm known for, and how I build and explored the why that makes me who I am, is because, again, you have things in you that have built you and make you the person who you are, and those things should be your ever-driven why. And if you don't know your ever-driven why in life, either you haven't lived long enough or you're not looking deep enough, because I believe we all have one. So if content like this is something that you like to know more about, something you like to maybe discover about yourself, contact me with a comment below, or contact me by contacting me literally in my DMs. And I would love to help you explore and share with you how you too can discover the why in you, if that makes any sense. But there's other things you'll find out. If you keep living, there will probably be more whys, right? There will be more reasons. There will be more things that you will find out that makes you the phenomenal version of you. So with that being said, as I continue to keep living, I'm going to keep looking for ways to discover and deepen the why that I am. Radiate the brain and change the game in your life.